Welcome to another exciting episode
Tracy
of $1 Million.
Morgan.
Thank you. Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute, and we're off the rails in record time today. Oh, and today we enjoyed Appleton Estate Jamaican rum.
I'm still enjoying it. Anywho, for the record, I'm going to get this out of the way early. Is this brown? Brown hoodie, black hat. But I went to the outlets and it was sold as is, and it has a hole in it. So I'm slumming it tonight. First up, Awesome Antiquarian. How's it going? Marvelous Michelle's in the house. Marvelous Mr. Hot Wheels here. Lovely Linda's in the house. Hey-oh!
Hey-oh!
Marvelous Michael. Triple J's here. What's he got to say?
Yeah, fellas, ladies, wow. 3 weeks in a row.
Apples, yeah. I've been eating apples on my diet. Apple, banana, whatever it takes.
Woohoo!
Right, Super C's in the house. And Marvelous moving on is in the house as well. Anyone else? Any takers? Yep. Totally Tom Clooney's here.
Drinko. We did.
Yeah,
we did.
Got that right.
Yeah, we're totally off our game today. We hope we don't freeze up immediately about 5 seconds before we went live. Well, there you go. Mr. Magazine was talking about Tracy Morgan, but not knowing who he was talking about. But we also heard a noise that is indicative of freezing up. So if we freeze up, we do apologize. We've not had a chance to have Random Neighborhood Kid come by yet.
Here's a blast from the past. Local Joe, how's it going? I haven't seen you at least 4 weeks and 2 days.
There you go. 4 weeks, 2 days. There you go.
Well, that's a month. That's pretty much a month.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Thank you. Yes.
So it's going to be March 8th, roughly, give or take.
Thereabouts.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. All right, everybody.
Holy cow, I'm so jealous.
Oh, please. I'm older than you.
Who cares? I want to sell my company and not be you, but
nobody wants that.
Not be me either.
I'll give you $1.380.
I want to be happy me with no employees.
I'll give you $1.380, but you got to fire everybody first.
Exactly.
How about sales? How is everybody's sales doing out there? Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
Well,
okay.
eBay's okay or crap. Amazon's good, okay or crap. Website's pretty good. DVD site's pretty good. So you see where my business is headed. I just got to go with it, right? Got to go with the adult stuff. That's where the money's coming from, you know.
Okay.
Right.
How about everybody else? How are your sales out there?
Lovely Linda, sales are good.
Sales are good. There we go. We got one sales good.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any other takers?
Everybody else they must still be
gone. How about you?
They're getting carpal tunnel counting their sales, I think.
Gorgeous guides in the house.
I had a customer blowing me up and converted it to a sale. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Reasonable.
All right.
Brown and blue tie.
Yeah.
Wow, you're right on.
Pretty good.
You were good.
Yeah.
Sales are starting to pick up again this week, but last week was blah.
Yeah. Decent to crummy, back to decent, inconsistent, but nothing steadily great. It's always looking to be average. Okay. Luckily for me, I'm still getting by. I don't know how I'm getting by with all these collections Aaron's finding for me. I don't know how there's even money in my account, but again, hold on. We're here with greatness. Mike Petragli's in the house. How's it going?
Like watching two gods, yeah. No, I think it's my money in your account, but we won't get.
Well, yeah. True. I owe you more than what's in my account. Now that you say that, that's not nice at all.
That was
normally I'm doing better than that. But hey,
it was rude of me to say that, wasn't it?
All right, Mercury Morse in the house. How you doing?
Wow. Nice return good. There. Yep.
Good numbers.
My sales. eBay has been pretty good till today. Today was down. Yesterday was okay, but over the weekend it was pretty good. I couldn't complain. It was decent. And again, you have a bad day here or there. It just happens. Amazon slower, but I've hardly listed anything on it for going on 2.5 to 3 years now. I have listed a few things, but not a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait for retirement. 4 weeks, 2 days, I hear.
Cool.
And then we're going to start hammering that away a little bit heavier. Did sell 3 items on $1million.dollar.peddlers over on eBay. Sold 1 item on Vivs-Views over on eBay. Sold 5 items on Etsy, including 3 items of which I did offer up for sale originally on Whatnot, but nobody wanted the free money I was handing out. And I did sell one item on papergoy.com.
Wow,
So
big time, busy week.
selling everywhere you can go.
Yes, I'm going to tell you where I sell this stuff, but don't tell anybody. www.dirtymagazines.xxx. That's actually my website, and we're a lot bigger than Adult Stuff Only. They have about 20,000 listings. We have about 150,000 listings. So it's my own website, and it is doing phenomenal. Can't argue. And the money I take home in my account every day is double what eBay is doing for me, and I'm selling less than half the amount of stuff.
Wow.
So my average ticket there is probably $35, where even Amazon is probably $20.
Who told you years ago this website was the way to go?
Me.
No, I don't think so. That is selective memory if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, sales are down. You know what else is down? My weight. I'm down almost 50 pounds.
Nice. Mediocre. February's down 20% year on year. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm pretty sure I told you to go website, but okay.
All right, Mike, sales are decent. Good for you.
A good URL. Who told you to get that URL?
Yeah, I know. It cost me $10,000 in fines over the years.
Okay, but now it's paid off.
Hopefully no more fines. Yeah.
It's paid off eventually.
This is very important, though.
Oh, do hit the like button if you could.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Promoted 22 out of 52, so we're down to about 40 some percent.
What's this experiment? You're running this experiment until you retire? Is that the deal?
I'm just going to keep promoted exactly the way it is, and then after I retire, I'm going to actually manage it.
I feel like when you're done and you're going to decide what you're doing with these promoted, I want to get back in the promoted area. But what I want to do is, I think I mentioned it before. So right now we got 0 promoted.
Right. Correct.
And I'm going with 35% off on the cheaper stuff, but I'll take an extra 15% off on offers. So about 50% off. What I would like to do is change that and say maybe go 33% off or 32% off, and then do 2 or 3% promoted.
So it works out to the same, right?
It might generate $500 more bucks. Who knows? But it's worth testing.
Right. Yep. Oh, Popeye's postcard.
I'm on a mission. I want to lose another 50. Since my surgery in August to December 31st, I only lost 10 pounds, just little by little over time. But I've hit the gym twice a day, 2-3 hours a day. So I'm losing like over a pound a day. So we're up to 35 pounds since January 1st, 45 total, another 50, hopefully in the next few months.
I know everybody wants to ask Popeyes the same thing. Why don't you ask him, Mr. Magazine?
Popeye, how you doing?
Popeyes,
I was supposed to ask him?
Have you ever had a hole in a fart? I'll tell you.
I'll
tell you.
I never do that. You're going to get sick and hurt doing it.
It's not going to be good for you. Offers report, 74 older out of 150. So they're pushing the older items right now on eBay for some reason. Last year at this time, I had 193 offers. So,
wow.
Yeah, down a little bit on that.
Cool.
How about buys? Mr. Magazine,
Hold
you're
on,
buying stuff.
Artie's here.
Guten Tag.
Say it.
Guten Tag.
Thank you.
Nice, Popeyes. Nice.
So buy. So I got a couple regulars. One guy does like autograph breaks. I don't know if I mentioned this. He does helmets. He does jerseys. And he's been giving me really good deals on some stuff. Good jerseys, good helmets. So I'm making some money there. I got one guy that's got those big, huge sideshow statues. He's been selling me those. But for the most part, Aaron, he's all over the country. Like we're talking about potentially 3-4 weeks in a row. He's doing multiple pickups with the rental trucks and stuff. So we have this aisle in the garage. It's a huge long aisle called aisle 1. We got 2 clogged up with inventory, 3's clogged up. We keep clearing out 1 and listing it, and he comes in and fills it back up. So, but he's picking up tens of thousands of items weekly almost from all over the country.
How about anybody else out there? Anybody else out there buying? It's not a good buying time, but
Future Flying Disc is in the house. How you doing?
I'm selling old stuff lately too. Love when that starts happening. Yeah. Makes you wonder though, if that many offers are on the old things, if eBay's not pushing the older items. I've been buying, trying to save for yard sale season.
I generally don't like selling older items for 2 reasons. One, it's usually cheaper stuff than we have on sale.
Yep.
But 2, we can't find it because it's been, from my shop garage 15 years ago to warehouse 1, warehouse 2, another. So a lot of the stuff, it's probably 50-50. You never know.
Right.
Got relisted, ended, who knows? All right. Good to hear.
No buys for me this week. Don, wow.
If I can do that 1 week, my account that's next to nothing will start being replenished at some point. But then there's more deals in the works. So
That's
I
true.
can't
More
sell.
cars. Nice.
Cool.
Not really buying. Try to just list.
Yeah, it's a good method. Yeah. Oh, Eric's here.
Nice, Eric. Nice.
Yeah, hey.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love
Looking for
in
love.
all the wrong faces. No buys for me this week. Nice. Hot Wheels are the items
Hot
selling.
Wheels are hot for at least a few of you out there. Good for you.
My buys this week?
So what have you been buying or buying? We know what you're selling. We don't know what you're buying.
Nothing. Back-to-back weeks. This is my record. This is a record. 2 weeks with no buys.
So I can borrow money from you.
Yeah. You better borrow it now before I end up on a fixed income in four weeks,
God,
2 days,
please.
what I hear.
Oh,
Wants the Hot Wheels now. Yeah.
but he wants some. He wants some too.
Now, one of the reasons why, well, we're going to head on into glitch of the week.
Cool. Kelly's here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they're
Postcards.
all- yeah. Cool. Can always use those.
Yeah, right? Back-to-back weeks, no buys. That never happens. Jazzy Jeff wasn't able to make it tonight. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. So congratulations to Jeff. He said that he messaged me that his buddy got an error when trying to download his money from eBay. We're having trouble doing this. It'll be 36 to 48 hours.
Wow.
I said, well, let me see if anybody else had that. And I figured you'd be crying the blues if you weren't able to download your money.
Yeah. Well, okay. In the old days, yes, because I was taking in probably, $1,500 would be deposits. Now it's like $500. Like, who needs that?
You would still be crying the
No,
blues.
probably.
You would be. I know you.
eBay sucks now. It really sucks.
Postcards and photos. Nice. But this afternoon, I went on eBay and was doing a little bit of item specifics when I had a little bit of time before my Whatnot auction. Do check them out, 4 p.m. tomorrow. We have a great book auction, all times Eastern. And I couldn't change the item specifics on an item. Now, sometimes that happens when an item has an offer on it. So I said, oh, okay, that must have an offer on it, but I don't remember sending an offer. So that's weird. So a couple of items later, the same thing happened. I said, there can't be that many with offers. I said, I've only sold one item today on eBay, and all day long, I've only had one watcher. I said, to only have one offer to buyers. I said, to be able to go 8 to 10 hours with only one person watching anything, I said, that never happens. So I said, my stuff's bad, but it's not that bad. Let me go on Down Detector. Boom, 2:00 in the afternoon, eBay was down. Spiked, tons of people complaining. People weren't able to print labels. People weren't able to do anything. I ended up getting I sold an item. I got 3 emails telling me it was paid for. There were problems all over the place on the site.
Well, now that you mentioned it, and I didn't think of it as glitching, but in the last week, there's been 2 days where you know how you can see your daily sales on that little chart?
Yeah.
And one day it said $400, which would be super low for me. I'm like, that's really bad. So then I looked in my paid, and it was like triple that. So then like an hour later, it must have fixed itself, and I had the right amount in there. But and then it happened 2 days. Like it happened one day, then a couple days later, the same thing. So it didn't update all my sales on the chart. Crazy.
Yeah. So eBay was down today. So if you did have some poor sales, it went down about 2:00 in the afternoon. And again, I got 3 emails telling me the guy paid for an item and just problems left and right this afternoon.
Crazy.
Yep. So that's going on over there. And then site changes. For some reason or other, eBay can't leave well enough alone. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that when you were doing magazines, it listed the frequency, which would be weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, blah, 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 on the one side, and the country on the other. They flipped them back again for no apparent reason whatsoever other than just to do something. They must have somebody whose job is to handle items. Yeah, I was busy today. Look at all the changes I made. And all he does is flip them back and forth.
And then my manager, he said twice in the last week or so, he can't print labels on eBay for APOs.
Oh, really?
So I don't know what that is. I'll have to try it on stamps tomorrow. But
explains why I stopped working when I was pulling orders. Yep. It was down at 2:00 per Down Detector. So that's kind of crazy. Several errors I gave up for the day. Yep. Yep. Yeah, do check down detector though. That will tell you. And it was crazy. I checked like 245, and there's always something. So during the day it was like this, whatever. And all of a sudden, 2:00. Insane. We're gonna head on into item of the week, and I brought it this week. What does this you say, Mr. Magazine?
Is that the front or the back of them? Okay. Whoa. Wait, do I have that?
I would think not.
Oh, okay.
Why would you have that?
Did you tell me you were getting that?
No.
For some reason I remember seeing that. So did I bid on one or something? Something's going on. I don't know if I have it or not.
There's zero chance you have
no,
this.
I don't think I do.
So this is Hebrew.
Oh, definitely don't have it. I did buy a Hebrew one, but it wasn't. Maybe I saw that when I bought the Spider-Man Hebrew.
Actually, after years and years of my being one of the few people putting aside foreign books, foreign books are actually getting more popular now.
Yeah.
Definitely are. A lot of different versions out there of the various books. This is an early Star Wars. I don't know what, number 9 or something other like that. Other like that.
I think I've definitely seen a foreign version of this.
Okay, very cool.
But I did buy a I was looking for Spider-Man. This came up, but I did buy a Hebrew Spider-Man because I was looking for the Mexican ones.
So definitely do. I mean, they're very, very cool additions to your collection. If you just to throw one in there as well, but they're starting to figure out that, especially with the old stuff, they were printed on the same presses at the same time as the main ones.
But the production was so minimal.
So I probably shouldn't tell you this because I've been buying more of these comics, the foreign stuff, but do keep your eyes for that.
I do want to thank Paperboy. A quick story. Before COVID, a lot of Mexican Spider-Man showed up on eBay, like 150 of them, which is half the complete run. And it was only like $500. He goes, "You should buy this. It's pretty cool." I go, "What am I going to do with that crap?" I end up buying it, stored it away. And now like crappy condition common issues are like $30 to $50. And I got 150. And I got some good ones and some key ones I'm going to get graded. So it's probably worth 10, 20 times that now easily.
Nice.
And now I'm working on completing that run. So if you see any more, I got the list.
So how much money did I end up costing you? Because you got to fill the collection in.
Oh yeah, because the first 20 you're worth 1,000 or more each. But I'm assuming this is mine.
That is yours.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So
it does have a cool cover too.
It's very cool. Yep. So that's one of you guys got to keep track. I think we're up to Christmas 2028 at this point, but I'm not sure. We very well maybe. Who even knows? But
at this point, I just give them stuff. I don't even know what I own. It's probably usually just interest. Good advice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely do check Down Detector out, and any website. If you're having a problem with any website, it'll tell you other people report in as well.
Cool.
Yep. Oh wow. We'll talk.
Any Batman, Spider-Man, Star Wars, I'm the guy.
Well, you can talk to me, and I can make a couple of bucks.
Yeah, do it.
If this ever happened to you, eBay canceled the sale for my security after it was shipped. Yep.
Oh, it just happened. Didn't it just happen? You told me it already shipped.
Yep.
Yeah.
Said I should try to intercept. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, just my ad fees were not purchased, thankfully. Wow. Yeah, you just had one of those. Well, it had gone out already, though. Yep. The bulk markdowns. The sale will start when you click on see items in offer via store. It shows no items. Oh, jeez.
I'm having trouble with the bulk markdown. Is that the sale one that we do with the? 30%?
I think so. Yeah.
So listen, real quickly. I keep forgetting Monday to go over this, but I wanted to revamp them all.
Right. Yeah. You told me that. Yep.
And it wouldn't let us do any more than what was already, done. And so then I waited for the sales to end, and I still couldn't do like new ones. I couldn't create new sales. I could only use the old sales that were already created. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that then.
After taxes, obviously.
Yeah, right. Insulting offer of the week. Mr. Magazine has all 3 this week.
I held back on some.
Mr. Magazine has Travis Kelce. Now, was he a baseball player or something?
No.
Oh, is that soon to be Mr. Taylor Swift?
Yeah, he's a Swiftie.
Kansas City Chiefs 2000. See, you just sent that to me so we can say Taylor Swift, and now we're going to go viral. It's going to be amazing. 2000.
Start promoting those Swifter vacuum cleaners.
There you go. Or maybe she could do the ShamWow.
Oh God.
2021 Panini Luminance 74 out of 299. Now, there's probably not a hotter player, maybe Patrick Mahomes, but probably not a hotter football player right now than Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Mahomes, Kelsey, Purdy, maybe. That's about it. Yeah.
Did you see Purdy got mad at people?
Yeah, Cam Newton. It was funny what he said to Cam Newton.
What did he get mad at Cam Newton
Cam
about?
Newton said he was the 10th best player on the Niners. He said that may be true, but there's 90 quarterbacks in the NFL, and you ain't one of them.
Wow. I did not see that. I saw he got upset because people asked him how he felt about looking like Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh, God, it's terrible.
He does look like him. He said
Terrible.
parts his hair on the other side.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Oh, all right. Very good. But anyway, he had a 2021 Travis Kelce Kansas City Chiefs Panini Luminance, 74 out of 299, only asking $10.75. I'm sorry to hear that, Metal.
Yeah.
$1.50 offer. That's insane.
And I think the cards are all free shipping.
Oh.
Yes, it's brutal.
But the thing is, it's Travis Kelce. It's not like you're selling some guy
He's a
from
Hall of Famer. I mean, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Who knows?
Yeah, but he's also popular right now and still playing.
Exactly.
You had the third issue of Playboy, CGC 7.5. You were asking $1,062. You got a $300 offer.
And I always double check this stuff because, like, say it was listed 5-6 months ago and we probably shot high on it. You know, maybe one sold in the meantime, similar to that. So, and sometimes that is the case with newer stuff. But I looked, everyone's asking more than I'm asking. So, like, I mean, come on, give me a break.
Might be you, Eric. It might be you.
Huh.
Now, why would you laugh at Eric? He's one of our good fans.
I was looking at your time.
Oh, all right.
Memphis Blazer.
Memphis Blazer. Yeah, Memphis Blazer and Eric. Oh, we're going to have a fist fight between the two of them. They're going to fight over Taylor Swift.
Wow. Mud wrestle.
And then you had Young Tigra, who sounds like a rapper. Thundercats 1984 loose figure. You were asking $20.54. You got a 99-cent offer. That's insane.
It's in nice shape.
But that 99 cents.
40 years old. I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
That is absolutely insane. Customer issues. I win this week. I had both of them. And they both were calendars. Figure this one out.
Wow.
I had a calendar up with writing. The guy emails me, where is the writing and what does it say? Now, if I told you I had a calendar with writing on it, what would you think?
That someone like checked in.
Yeah, used it. Yeah. I said to the guy, well, the previous owner had a doctor's appointment on January 21st at 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. and didn't hear anything back from him.
Good stuff.
See, those
Do
are
you think someone signed it? Was it like Pamela Anderson until she signed it?
I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's a calendar with writing. The guy used it.
Right.
I mean, do you really need to know all that stuff? I should have gone through the entire calendar and I should have made it all up.
Yeah.
And on June 11th,
whole spiel. Every day.
PTA meeting.
They were busy in July and just started mentioning it every month, every day.
July 14th, they were going to the airport at 10:30. Oh, yeah, he would have absolutely loved it. And I go, you're not buying it? I sold something, Mr. Magazine. I want you to tell me what you think it would be. Okay?
Okay.
I sold The Moody Blues, Time Traveler, which is one of their album titles, Time Traveler Calendar.
You sold a calendar.
The gentleman bought it and returned it because it was not a record.
Oh. Do you think there was a title, Time Traveler Calendar record?
I don't know what they thought. Of course, I showed the calendar. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Oh, I only collect the I only needed the music. I'm like, read.
Crazy.
A little interesting other things area. So Popeyes, he did mention he had a hole in the fart. You probably don't know why I asked him that. Popeyes auction
lately. I've been taking some, vitamins and stuff. I'm very gassy.
Popeyes auction over on Whatnot. Item number 37 said, I'm Paperboy. Ever have to hold in a fart? And it was a picture of somebody that apparently looked like me from the late 1800s.
Wow.
So I look at it, free advertising. Thank you, Popeyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do check out lot number 37.
That's probably why you hit so many Etsy sales.
That is true. Putting what the item is in all caps, like print ad. Yeah, there you go. Calendar. Mm-hmm. I saw that Amazon grew their sales 13% in the fourth quarter of 2023.
Well, how did mine go down 25? Go figure.
They did it without you, Mr. Magazine. They did it without you. But it'll be interesting. I am going to go out on a limb here, and I hope that I'm wrong, but I'm going to go out on a limb here. I am going to say that eBay did not grow their sales 13% in the fourth quarter.
No, I agree with that.
So not much of a limb.
No.
Okay. Did you see that a SCG 5.5 1916 Babe Ruth rookie card sold?
Am I guessing?
Sure.
3.5 million.
Wow, you shoot high on stuff. 630K.
Ooh.
The pandemic's over.
Wasn't that the one that was supposed to be like over $1 million though?
I'm sure it probably was, yeah.
Wow.
McDonald's took a hit today. Yeah, I read that they were going to take a hit. They were saying that they're losing a lot of sales with the $45,000 and under families because they can't afford, because it's going up $15 to $19.
It really is.
It is.
My kid gets a meal with a large, mocha something, and a fish fillet by itself, $20.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's
insane.
It used to be like $10. Do they even have dollar stuff anymore?
No,
they can't.
If eBay did, it's because of the fees, not the sales. Yep. People go, the flatulent time traveler was not on my 2024 bingo card. Just got an ad for Biden fundraising as a live ad. YouTube does not know me. Yeah, there you go. And McDonald's sucks anyway. Yeah, you're probably better off not eating it. But yep. I saw that Sotheby's overhauled its auction fees. They cut costs for buyers and they simplified commissions for sellers. They used to have lots of different tiers on things, and it was almost like Monty Hall. Let's make a deal as far as what you were going to pay in commissions, and they have lowered that down to fewer tiers to save people money as well.
Wow.
$6.24 to get a large coffee and a sausage McMuffin with egg this morning. We're getting the car fixed.
That doesn't seem as bad compared to like a meal, because you still got a drink and a McMuffin. It's still crazy.
Yeah, everything is airport prices now. That's the problem. Right. It's all become airport prices.
Hey, Super Steve, how's it going?
But yeah, so that's interesting with Sotheby's that they're revamping things as far as their prices go. All right. I don't know how many of you saw this story. Brettel's Auctioneers and Valuers in Newport, England.
Okay.
They bought a cabinet from the 18th century. So 1700s cabinet, which you have to remember it's England. So 1700s item is not nearly as rare as it is over here.
Right.
They sold the cabinet for, I'm going to give the American equivalent, $60.
Wow.
So $60 for a cabinet from the 1700s.
Okay.
In that cabinet was a 285-year-old lemon.
An actual lemon.
A lemon.
Still intact.
Which had been inscribed with it by a guy bought it for his girl back then because lemons would have been rare. Okay. So they think it might have come from India or somewhere like that back in.
They think. They don't know.
Well, they don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
But it was from.
Why is it still in there though? Why didn't they just throw it out?
They put it up for auction. It went for $1,800. So they got $60 for the cabinet.
That's great.
And they got $1,800 out of a 285-year-old lemon that was inscribed.
Holy cow. So they ran some type of test on
it. Oh, no, it was inscribed. It was like...
Oh, the date was in there.
The date was on there. Like, given from so-and-so to so-and-so on this date as a token of my love.
Was it like Marty? Like, could have been Marty McFly?
So a 285-year-old lemon went for $1,800, and the cabinet that it came in went for $60.
That's insane. Really insane. Now, what do you got to put in a little like ball cube to preserve it or something? How did it last all these years? It's crazy.
You think they're going to get it graded?
They probably should.
Right?
Certified and graded, yeah. Wow.
So if any of you find a 285-year-old lemon sitting around, do not throw it out. That is $1,800. If you do find a cabinet from the 1700s, $60, leave it by the curb. Who cares?
It's worth more than lemon vehicles.
Right? Very true. How crazy was that story?
Man. Jackie Jackson in the house. How's it going?
That one I loved. I love that story.
Where do you find this stuff? This is crazy. Crazy.
Heritage, I did get an email from them. They're now going to be charging interest charges will be added to invoices that are not paid by the due date, consistent with their terms and conditions of the sale. Apparently,
I feel like they've been doing that because they did that to me a while ago.
right, but they came out and basically they said because of the number of people not paying.
Well, I think what happened was they fronted me like $5 or $10 grand for some stuff I gave them.
Ancient lemonade. That was funny.
I don't know if you remember, but they fronted me some money, $5 or $10
Right.
grand, and I had that box of those cards. It had the gum in them
Mhm.
in the original box.
In the wrapper.
But something with the wrapper cards were missing inside. So
Yep.
they thought it was going to go for like 10, 12 grand. It only went for like 3,000 or 4,000. So then I owed them money. And then, I had other stuff and it didn't sell fast enough. So then they charged me interest on it, which was crazy.
Yeah, apparently they're having a lot of people not paying their invoices off totally.
Crazy.
Which could be the economy. Who knows? I've got the second time in the last month and a half notification that an Amazon A to Z claim counted against me and got closed in the customer's favor. I have never received notification from Amazon that there was one. And obviously my settings are set up that you would think I'd get an email because you always get emails on it. Tell me about it.
Yep.
So I got to check in there and find out because
Good
they're
luck
just
calling them. Tell me what happens. I can't wait till you call them.
no, I'm not going to call them. But I can take care of these problems if you tell me about them. But if all of a sudden it shows up and I've refunded money and it counts against me, I'm like, I didn't even know there was something open. It's crazy. But did you see that the Beatles painting? The Beatles were hanging out before a show years ago, and they just kind of threw together a little painting. It went at Christie's for $1.7 million. That's a lot of lemons.
Who's the owner of it?
That I don't know. It's a lot of lemons.
Like Paul McCartney or anything.
No. And then Dire Straits star Mark Knopfler, his guitars were at auction. They sold for £8 million for all of his guitars, so like $9 million or something like that. That's a pretty successful auction, I would say. The seeds were probably what sold it for heirloom seed lemon production. There you go.
Yeah, I think they were duplicating the seeds like they were in Jurassic Park.
Oh boy,
Dinosaur lemon seeds.
Giant lemons running around soon. This past auction from Heritage, I get notification that a lot was taken down. And of course, it wasn't the lot I showed you last week with the illegal adult thing. That was still up. They took down a lot with 2 Master of Kung Fu comics in it. And it seems like every single week they're taking down some comics. So I don't know if somebody stole some stuff and consigned it to them or what's going on or what. But yeah, every auction they seem to be pulling a couple of items out of it after they're up already.
Crazy.
Did you see this, Mr. Magazine? Sotheby's 6 game-used Michael Jordan shoes.
Wow.
That he won championships with.
Wow.
So it's the 6 championship shoes that he won.
I want to guess on this only because I seen one at Heritage that was, I think, his rookie year or close to it and went for like 1.5. So he has 6 of them. It's got to be 10 million.
$8 million.
Not too bad.
Well, you get the bulk discount.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You got to get a bulk discount on them. 4 million tons.
Yeah.
Nice. I do the bad jokes here.
Good times.
There's an activist investor who now has a 13% stake in Etsy and has secured a board seat. So it's going to be interesting to see what changes are going to be coming to Etsy. Those activist investors always are there rattling some cages. So expect some changes at Etsy sometime soon if you sell on her. You know how Jimi Hendrix always wore a headband?
Mm-hmm.
So did Riley Martin, but Jimi Hendrix is up for auction. It's expected.
Say it again. I laughed with Tanzia Wan. What did you say before?
Okwan Tanzia Wan.
I don't know why I was thinking of that the other day.
You must have a
I think
symbol.
someone looked like him. Yeah, someone looked like him or something. I couldn't get out of my head.
The iconic headband hits the auction. It's expected to fetch $40,000.
He had multiple headbands, though.
That's true.
This is one of them.
Yeah. Yep. And then a dress worn by the late Princess Diana sold at auction. It went way past what they expected. It sold for $1 million. Then this is interesting.
Who owns that? Like, I don't know. I always wonder that stuff.
That I don't know. You could have.
If opportunity presented itself, sure.
You should buy it and then you wear it on the show.
I would.
So I found this was interesting. Discogs fees went up and sellers all got angry about it. So
how much did the fees go up? Probably small potatoes.
Right, but still, everybody got mad. So I read this in Billboard magazine. Wait, isn't that a song by?
Billboard magazine. I don't know if that's a song.
No, I mentioned Billboard magazine. I don't know. But they're going to be talking with. They're setting up forum and boards that they're going to react to, and they want to have open dialogue with the sellers, and they want to react and act on the things that the sellers say.
Okay.
And I said, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
So many sites don't, they just push things through and they don't bother asking the sellers. They don't ask for real input.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll go over on things like e-commerce bites, and you'll see everybody having sour grapes about things because it doesn't seem like the companies are listening. Well, your customers are upset. Listen to them, see what they're saying. And maybe you can't do anything with the fees, but maybe you can add a feature that they want. Right. Who knows? There could be some way or other that you can end up doing. When life gives you 285-year-old lemons, I read that somewhere.
Make money.
There you go. Do you know what a type 1 photo is, Mr. Magazine?
I'm going to guess an original. I don't know.
Essentially, a type 1 photo is, which I didn't know what it was either. It's a photo that was made from the original negative within 2 years of the picture being taken.
Okay, how does one know it's been within 2 years, though?
I don't know. Apparently, there are a couple of... they probably can tell it by the kind of paper it's printed on and the process and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Probably. But Golden Auctions is going to have a type 1 photo auction, including Walt Disney, Marilyn Monroe. And they're basically the type 1 photo collectors are generally in sports, but now they're moving it out into other areas as well.
Cool.
I know you were all asking, except not in the chat, about the Stout Beer Festival that I went to. Did you go to that, Mr. Magazine?
I could not afford it, but
could not
Jazzy
afford
Jeff's
it.
in the house.
We sang happy. Actually, I did sing happy birthday to you, Jeff. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It was actually pretty good. I figured out a lot of stouts that I didn't like and found a couple of them that I did as well. So maybe next year you can go to it.
Yeah, I'm dieting. I want to go get bloated on beer.
Oh my goodness gracious. You know what helps you lose weight afterwards? Lemon juice.
280-year-old
285-year-old lemons. No Steamboat Willie.
Good times.
And then another big story going on is CGC is suing everybody under the sun. Apparently they're suing a former employee who was literally stealing books that people sent in.
Wow. He
was literally stealing books and then making tags up and I guess grading his own stuff essentially and sending it out. But he was selling stuff that he was stealing, and then CGC, of course, was on the hook to pay refunds back.
Hooked up with the guy that was swapping the grades out, or no?
They appear to be two different people.
Wow!
And
holy cow!
And then CGC was suing the alleged perp who was apparently doing.
Shouldn't they both be in jail?
Well, you got to prove it and everything. Yeah.
I mean, look at it.
Those are huge crimes. Yeah. So they're suing them and everything on that there. So there has been some action on that. We brought you the story a few weeks ago, as a lot of people did as well.
I'd love to hear the backstory of the guy that's stealing them and what is he doing with them and how he got caught. You know what I mean?
He was actually selling the stuff on eBay.
Graded or ungraded? Because graded is going to come back to you with the serial numbers. Whereas if it's raw, you're better off taking it out. If it's a crappy grade, take it out. Sell it raw. I mean, honestly.
Right.
Or even if it's a good grade, sell it.
Well, I kind of half listened to the story, and I guess they have rules about how much stuff you're allowed to sell, or you're not supposed to be selling stuff on these different things, and the amount of stuff you're allowed to get graded yourself. And I guess he was breaking all the various rules. Yep.
Holy cow.
Yep. Oh, Shane O'Mac.
Horrible management, just like in the fast food industry.
All right, we're going to head on into the main topic today, Mr. Magazine. And I kind of asked this because I have retirement looming, or so the rumor goes. Should I expand into new areas, or should I double down on my existing knowledge?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is you can't really expand into new categories if you don't have opportunities to expand into new categories. So you went, I'd love to start selling clothes. Well, if you don't find clothes anywhere or know nothing about clothes, you got to rule it out. So it's got to be a category where I'm always passing up these, porcelain,
Hot Wheels or
porcelain plates.
Hot Wheels.
I
yes.
love these porcelain plates.
Right.
I keep passing up. Well, now I can start adding them to my repertoire and start doing porcelain plates. But, you have to want something. But again, when you have a house full of inventory and now you add something else to it, you're only going to get more backup in that extra field you're getting involved in, the new field. So I would say if you're in our position, no, unless a deal comes through where, someone has, I don't know, boat awnings. I have 1,000 boat awnings and you can get them for $10 or $100. Well, maybe you don't want to deal in it, but it's a great deal. You can get into that. Or vintage bowling balls.
Oh, jeez.
Someone has 150.
Could you pick anything?
Well, I'm saying is if they say like, $2 a bowling ball, you have to take them. And now you're into bowling balls. You're a bowling ball expert.
Buy 2 bowling balls, get a free champagne flute, all shipped together.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
I mean, could you pick worse things?
I think it's actually 4 weeks and 2 days, what you said.
Well, Don said it's actually 5 weeks, 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want to tell Don she was wrong.
He stopped counting after all this time.
There is that problem.
Yeah, so I think if you're in our area there, unless it's a hell of a deal on something that you don't mind dealing in, it's not crazy like bowling balls and like you said, Hot Wheels. If you picked up a Hot Wheel collection, you're flipping it to me or flying disc. You know what I mean? So like, why would you want to get into that unless you got it so cheap and you've been like, hey, for the last 5 years I've been wanting to get Hot Wheels. Now I can do it. Fine, but for the most part, let's get rid of
or the other way to do it in that would be some huge dealer is getting out of it and he sells his entire collection to me. Or
but there lies the problem where he's got 15,000 Hot Wheels. When are you going to list them all? You got to flip them. You almost or you whatnot some, flip me some. I don't know.
Or the only other way, I'm just use Hot Wheels as an example, would be I go to the sales and there are always Hot Wheels at the sales. And then I go back the second day and there are always still Hot Wheels at the sales and they're cheap. Right. And so I asked the estate sale guy, hey, what is up with Hot Wheels or typewriters or whatever? And he goes, nobody buys that stuff. Yeah. Okay. All of a sudden there's a huge opening because whatever it is, whether it's Hot Wheels, whether it's men's shoes, those are at every sale.
Right.
And I have no competition around here.
Yeah.
That would be the only way on that.
What about vintage number 2 pencils?
You can make money on those.
I know.
You can.
But that's something where you get, new old stock 1,000. Yeah, you got to buy them if it's a deal. Why would you not? But to go into a new category, I just don't think it's for either of us with the stuff we have. If you're sitting on $1, $2 crap, whatnot stuff, no offense, it's a different story. You get some higher end stuff in, and you can get higher stuff, watches, whatever you want to deal in, fine. But I think we're good.
All right. Well, let me ask you this question. See, you're going way outside the box.
Okay.
Double down if you're killing it and expand slowly and test the waters of new ones. You're going way outside the box.
Okay.
How about my new rules? If I buy outside my niche, it gets listed fast on an auction, so it moves fast. How about
no, Jeff, no.
How about snowmobile manuals and farm tractor manuals?
I was thinking of saying something like that, but you would buy that anyways. It's just because it's ephemera. Catalogs, manuals. I think that's part of your.
It's in it, but it's not something that I.
But yeah, certainly that. Yeah, I would get into that because I know they would sell. And we're gonna get them for a deal. We're gonna get them in bulk. So yeah, certainly something like that for sure. Yeah.
Because a lot of times I will walk by them unless they're really cheap or they're really old. Obviously, I'm going to buy a 1920s thing like that. Car manuals, things like that, or even car brochures, things like that. I tend to walk by those right now. But then I thought about it, like, well, could that be an area that I expand? Because it's, again, I don't want to go out into Millennium Crystal.
Right.
I don't want to sell that. I don't know who's buying it, but I don't want to sell that.
Yeah.
But that's so far outside of where I am versus if all of a sudden I'm selling car brochures or manuals or something like that.
$1 a plate. Oh God. I guess I would buy them for $1 a plate as long as we're doing it locally and you don't have to ship them to me. Yeah. I'd pay $1 a plate, I guess.
Oh boy.
Worst case, if my wife threw out all her dishes, I could eat off them, even though you're not supposed to.
He's reeled you in. He's reeled you in.
Well, they're probably on Amazon and they're probably like $15 on Amazon. Not that they're going to fly off the shelves. They might fly off my shelves as we can like video myself just throwing them against the wall.
I buy car and tractor manuals and brochures. Yep.
Cool.
I've always done well with car manuals. See, those are things that I tend to stay away from because I never have.
The ones I've had generally, I mean, there are some good ones, older ones certainly, but some of the newer 80s, 90s is common stuff. I don't do well with them unless they're rare ones.
Yep. Yeah, so I know which way I'm leading. I got an idea. I've got a couple of other longtime dealers that I need to talk with. Certainly in a future show after I retire, when I talk to a couple of dealers, I will let you know what my decision is on that over there. But I wanted to hear from you and everybody out there on it as well.
Photos would be something where they're
type 1.
There you go. But they don't cost a lot to ship. We don't really deal in tons of photos. I do some of the adult stuff, but like we don't deal in it. But if someone had 10,000 photos and you're buying them for 10, 20 cents a piece, it could be a sucker thing. Because I've had some like movie ones from years ago and they sell for $5 once a month if I'm lucky. So, but it's one of those things where, I'm sure some photos could go for $25 or 30 or 50, depending on size and who's on it. If it's, type 1.
Oh, there was some photo, and I don't know the photo people out there. I don't know if Calamity is here or not. It's some 1890s photo way of doing the photos. It was from Brooklyn. I think it went for $1,800 for one photo. And I've sat there and I've looked at what some of the photo booth photos go for. And it's crazy money in some of the photo booth photos. The problem is it's a huge learning curve for me because I don't know photos and I don't know images that sell. I mean, obviously I know enough that if an image catches my eye, it might sell. But I don't know enough about photos. So that would be a big, but again, that could be the kind of thing if I suddenly got into, there aren't a lot of people dealing in them from here. You know what I mean? I could go around to the flea markets here and what do you want for the whole box of photos kind of deal and just end up with a lot of photos as well.
For the record, Mike has called both Don and myself smart tonight, not you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. You didn't really have to add the not you part. I think I would have figured that out. At some point. Oh my goodness gracious.
Good times.
He's holding it in.
Yeah. Or waiting.
There you go. He's holding it in, much like I hold in my farts. Photo booth and RPPC are my favorites to find. Yeah. See, and I don't know enough about those at this point. But who knows? That may be one of the ways I'm leaning.
I don't know this either, but how plentiful are photo booth pictures? I mean, if you wanted to buy 100 of them, it would feel it's hard to find 100 anywhere at any given time.
You probably have to find a collector, I would think, that would have them. Yeah. Yep.
Don's dying over here.
Yeah. Thanks. Shot manuals do well. Oh, hello, Steel.
Super Steel. How you doing?
No, there you go. So kind of interesting. I want to thank you all for your thoughts. And again, I have my thoughts. I got a dealer or two that I still need to talk to, and then I will unveil in a future show what direction I'm going, and if it is, what categories I'm going to be going into. Or
what about 50-pound boulders? If someone just had a whole truckload of 50-pound boulders, they are worth something for landscaping.
That is true. Maybe I'll simply go into 285-year-old lemons.
That's smaller and a lot more money. So yeah,
maybe that'll be my specialty. Yep. Oh, you're trying to pass off as a 285-year-old lemon? It's only 265. I can only give you. All right, Mr. Magazine. We'll head on into the rambling story of the week.
All right, this one I had to write down because I have trouble finding good ones. I think this is a doozy, but you got to put yourself in the situation.
Okay.
So I got to refresh my memory now. All right, so this is going back. Oh God.
In the Wayback Machine.
10 years probably.
Okay.
So I don't know how often we were meeting back 10 years at my shop, but Paperboy would always beat me to the shop. It would be dark outside.
Oh God, I know where this story's going.
It would be dark outside.
I know where the story's going.
And we have the alarm set, so he's got to turn the alarm off. And then when I get there, I have to unlock the door. The alarm's already off. So just imagine that environment. Dark outside. And I think I have what do we call it? Next to we have the dumpster, that whole driveway. We have a driveway in between buildings that goes through a dumpster, and the light didn't work forever. All
right, everybody, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
So it's very dark down there. So I don't know if I thought of doing this ahead of time or if I just got there beforehand, but I call myself a jokester. He says I'm not a jokester, but I thought of a doozy. So anyways, I pulled down the driveway. It's probably 3 a.m. Park my car. I go in, turn the alarm off. Lights are all off inside. Now, I set the alarm again. There's a 30-second delay. So as it's beeping and arming itself again, I'm running to under my desk So now the alarm's on and set like no one's there. Dark outside. Paperboy can't see to begin with, but my truck's down the driveway. So now he goes in the shop, turns the alarm off, walks by. I think I wait till he walks by the desk. And as he's coming back, I push the desk out and jump at him. And I think that's where jump scares were invented that day. And he looked pale as a ghost. Like, it was awesome. It was a good one, wasn't it?
Yes, it was absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
I love scaring people, but that was my best, I think, jump scare of all time, for sure.
Look at the abuse that I take. So if any of you feel that I'm ever mean to him within one of our shows, it has some back history in it, and now you know the rest.
I'm having trouble finding it. I think that was a really good one. I'm laughing still.
As Paul Harvey said, and now you know.
You froze. You didn't freeze up.
The rest of the story.
It's good. I thought we froze.
You know, Paul Harvey used to do that. He used to pause and
Really?
then wait and then say the rest of the story. Yep. No, I don't think I was holding much of anything at that moment. I don't think I was holding
couldn't
anything.
let one loose either. I couldn't give up my spot. Yeah, no way. Yep. Good times. I should do that to Lori because she gets in there.
She'll have a heart attack.
She just fell today. It was great. I missed it though. Anyways, but yeah, I gotta do it because she gets there like 7:45. Sometimes I'm getting there earlier, but I gotta hide my truck somewhere because it's later out. All right, I'm gonna work on that one.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yeah, real funny. Don't encourage him. Do not encourage him.
I scare my wife all the time. I stand in the shower. One time I put my chair from the surgery in the shower, and I'm just reading. And then she goes in to go to the bathroom, and she hears paper. Like, she gets scared. What is the sound? I go, I'm just reading in here. But she got flipped out because she didn't know what it was. Oh, good times. Yeah, she's next on my list. That's a good one.
Oh boy. All right, everybody, hit the like button if you could. I do appreciate you all coming by. A couple of weeks, a month or so from now, you will get the answer as to what I have decided to today's question.
And for the record, someone's supposed to remind me about President's Day for the Scotty whatnot. I forgot, but then now I know the date of President's Day, but I'll probably forget again. But it's around the corner. It's coming up soon.
It is coming up soon. So do stop on by.
Yep.
Mr. Magazine will be the guest auctioneer over on Whatnot, 3 p.m. whenever President's Day happens to be. Who knows? And probably just one day they're going to wake up and say, today's President's Day, and then we're going to be doing the auction. It's going to be wonderful.
Exactly.
Stop on by tomorrow, 4 p.m. over on Whatnot for books. Some great deals. I sold a whole bunch of books that nobody wanted over on Whatnot over on Etsy this past week, so I'm giving money away. All right, everybody, hit the like button, and we will see you next week.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.